Okay, we're filming.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Another video, go ahead.
Now, alhamdulillah, akhi, there's an ayah that, recently we talk about community, and us as new Muslims, we've traveled, mashallah.
Yeah, but first of all, where are we though? You gotta tell the people
we're in the T-dot. We're in the dot. We're in the 6 right now, bro.
We're in Lebronto, Ontario. Toronto, Ontario, Dow Dynamics office, Muslim Youth Media headquarters, HQ.
Mashallah.
In the T.O.
Mashallah.
Where Lebronto has, I mean, this is dated reference, but they're beating the daylights out of us. Cleveland Cavaliers are dominating the dinosaurs up here. So unfortunately, not really big on either team, but it is what it is. So that's where we are. We're in the land of Lebronto, or Toronto, as it were. But Lebronto doesn't have any pull in the Muslim Youth Media office. No. So, alhamdulillah, this is where we're at. MuslimYouthMedia@gmail.com. Strictly Sunnah. Dawah Dynamics, original Dawah Dynamics. And brother wanted to talk with me. It's Abu Shahada Foster, and I wanted to talk with him about an ayah. What's that ayah you're going to mention?
Yeah, the ayah, Bismillahir Rahim, in light of community, 27 years I've been Muslim now, alhamdulillah, and I noticed that, when I first became Muslim, it seemed like the brotherhood was much stronger, much tighter when we had less masjids, less madrasas, less halal meat stores, less halal butchers, less Muslims in totality. But now we have so many. And, it seems that our hearts are so fragmented, and we're not close. We don't love each other. Everybody is suspicious of everybody. Everybody, if you're not in a certain group, you don't get the proper salams. And constantly, I've been telling the brother over the years, people that I've known for years, as well as people I don't know, they say, Assalamu alaikum, kaifa hal? Assalamu alaikum, mashallah.
How are you?
Assalamu alaikum, how are you? So we don't even give the salam. So,
I never noticed that, like, until you mentioned it to me, I never really noticed it like that. And then you mentioned it to me, and I was like, wait a minute. Is he, like, on some conspiracy level stuff?
Yep.
But then I started noticing it. When you told me about it,
yep.
You go to people, Assalamu alaikum, how are you, brother? Oh, Assalamu alaikum, kif halak? Oh, Assalamu alaikum, whatever. You don't get the wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As is your right, by the way.
Chapter 4, verse 86. Check it out. Even imams, give them salam, they don't return the salam.
Yeah.
Even big dais, even doctors, even international celebrities, give them salam, they don't return your salam.
You know what? And I'll tell you a story. One time I was in Niagara Falls, and I was walking down the street at Niagara Falls with my daughter. She was little at the time. And this man come to me, and he gave me the Assalamu alaikum, because I used to wear like long black thobes, and this was a while ago. Remember that when I used to rock those? I had long black thobe and a red thing on my hota and Tim boots, and I would just whatever. It's my city, and I would do that. That was when I was younger, and this man gave me the loudest, biggest salams I ever had in my life to date. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was like, wow. So I returned it same way, just as loud and just as big, and everybody heard us. And you know what? My kid's mom at the time, well, she's still their mom. She said to me, "That man is Jewish," and it hurt my heart in a sense, not because the Jewish guy gave me salams. It is what it is. If you know the salams, he's giving the salams. That didn't hurt me. But what hurt me is that the Muslims sometimes won't do that.
Yep.
They won't return the salams.
Yep.
Why are you ashamed of the salams when someone who doesn't even believe in it is yelling it loud?
Yep.
Now he may have his reasons for doing that.
I get salams from non-Muslims all the time.
Sure. He may have his reasons for doing that, but I don't care.
Yep.
I had my reasons for returning it, and I was happy to hear that salams. When you're a new Muslim and you come into Islam and you learn these things, that Assalamu alaikum. Assalam is one of the names of Allah. Peace, the source of peace, As-Salam, Al-Malik al-Mulk al-Qudus As-Salam, that this is the name of Allah, be upon you. You know how earth-shaking that is, to hear that.
Yep.
And to have people just take it so lightly, just nod their head. Bro, you should be shouting that from the heavens, man. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're praying for your brother or your sister when you do that. So the Jewish guy gave me the loudest salams I think I've ever had in my life, up to now. And it just really woke me up to that. People need to be doing that. Don't take these little things as little. They're not little. How are you going to free countries when you can't even give the people their rights in front of you?
That's right.
Islam, mashallah, like we know all about the rights of Islam, and we have these big But these are little prayers that if you tell your brother, Assalamu alaikum, and he replies to you, Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, you don't know if the sama is open.
That's right.
Maybe the heavens are open and you get peace for the rest of your life, inshallah.
That's right.
You don't know that.
That's right.
So never overlook the good deeds. Never, because pennies turn into dollars and turn into millions. And good deeds are worth more than pennies anyway.
That's right. That's right.
So that's the thing with that, like just basic rights, man. It's not hard. Wa alaikum salam. Ain't nobody else ashamed of their faith.
Yep.
No one else.
Yep.
Jewish person says shalom.
Yep.
He ain't shy, and he shouldn't be.
Nope.
Why should he be shy? That's his faith.
Yep.
You know, the Hindus, what do they say? Namaste or namaskar or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm sorry for those. But they're not ashamed. Then why should they be?
Yep.
Sasriyaka. That's street Sikhs, I think. I'm butchering all these stuff. I know that, and I apologize. You know, may Allah guide us all to what pleases Him. But this is their faith. Why should they be shy? And why should you, who have the faith revealed from above seven heavens, be shy?
Exactly.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Easy. No worries, man. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's my kids taught me that one.
MashaAllah.
See?
So the ayah, brother.
What a rant that was. That's like a rant right there. Go ahead. Sorry, bro.
The ayah that I wanted to discuss,
That was the whole point of the video.
I came across, this ayah. Allah Ta'ala says, وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ, and do not dispute with one another, lest you lose your courage and your strength.
Yeah.
So this is not the situation of our ummah where we're getting destroyed all over the world, because really there's no love between us. We don't care about each other. We can't even give salams to each other, so we're going to care about people in other lands. Anyway, Sheikh, what do you think about this ayah? Do not dispute with one another lest you lose your courage and your strength. This is chapter 8, verse 46.
This is exactly where we are.
Yeah.
We have Muslims now and speakers and different, like, even if I get too like into it, I'm gonna start thinking maybe I shouldn't say that. We're allowing things that are abominable, right? Really, we are, and because we're not courageous enough to say what we should be saying, and this is the problem. We dispute on things that before, even like when we was new Muslims, they were indisputable. Now they are disputable, and they're being disputed not just by Ammat Nas, but by so-called speakers and so-called scholars over here. Like weird things like same-sex marriage. That's not an issue for us. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. People have their human rights, man, and it is what it is. But in Islam, there are certain things that are allowed and certain things that are not allowed. And we should never be like compromising on things that aren't allowed. Period. Okay, we're not going to run around and hurt people. Fair enough. But when there's certain things that are accepted, then that has been accepted by Allah. And just because something is accepted by the people, doesn't mean it should be acceptable. Right?
How many times, Abu Hafsa, have you went into the masjid and you've seen the Muslims fighting inside the masjid? Yelling, screaming, fighting, swearing.
Only in days that end in Y. When I became Muslim, I saw that. I became Muslim and I'm witnessing that. Because we dispute about things that are either silly or clear. Clear-cut issues. Clear-cut. There's no disputing it, but we dispute it. And then the one who is right, who's on his haqq, he gets scared to say it. Because everybody else is saying something different. And this is the problem. We lose our courage. I've seen this when I became Muslim. You know, people are arguing for president chairs and vice president chairs and treasurer chairs and all this other, like, weird, and I'm like, I didn't know Muslims had presidents in masjids. I didn't know that. I'm just new, and I'm seeing all these people battling and fighting and arguing, and I'm like, I thought this is what I left. People arguing and bickering and fighting and going on. And it's not even about, like, mukhtalaf issues. It's about stupidness.
Hubb al-dhuhur.
Yeah. Like
Hubb al-maq'ad.
Yeah, who wants to be the boss?
Yeah.
No, really, and it's a non-profit, so you ain't really running nothing anyway.
Well, this is for me, like when I read many years ago, Imam Ahmed rahmatullah alayhi, he said, وَتَرْكُ الْجِدَالِ وَالْمِرَاءَ وَخُسَمَاتِ فِي الدِّينِ, and the abandonment of arguing, quarreling, and controversies in a religion, this has to do with the Muslim situation, arguing without proofs and evidences. Not just people arguing for the sake of arguing. When is the moon? The moon's today. The moon's not today. The sighting, which is going to come, what they call the halal wars, are about to start for the moon sighting.
No, you know what was funny? Sorry, Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yep.
There was this remember in the UK they had this Punish a Muslim Day. Remember this back in April. So one brother goes. It is said that Punish a Muslim Day is tomorrow, but my masjid didn't see the moon, so it might be the next day.
Yeah, subhanallah.
Like this is how we are, You can't even have it's a big, huge. And they're gonna have it this year too, Ramadan, and we're celebrating it with 4 different countries or whatever, and 3 different moon sightings and all this. Subhanallah. And where the social media takes over, and no one knows when to fast and when not to fast, and you lose your courage, as the ayah is clear. Subhanallah. Where's the ayah? Can you get this reference?
I don't know shit. I don't know. I have to look it up. My head is spinning around so much just from what's going on the last few days, and the rainstorms and the thunderstorms and every other thing popping
but it's
and dropping.
Extremely accurate.
The devil is working hard right now before Ramadan.
But it's extremely true, because this is where we've become. I got brothers who are not really imams like that, just normal brothers. And I was at a conference, and a brother, maybe he saw a sister's hijab and her hair was out a little bit. Hair was out. So he goes, "Brother, is it allowed for the sister to have her hijab like that?" And I'm like, "You don't wear hijab. When you wear it, you let me know." Because that's none of your business. Like, mind your own business sometimes. That's one of the things that stops this kind of stuff. Mind your own business. If something doesn't concern... Yahya Ibrahim, I remember when he was teaching a fiqh class over here, he was mentioning a story from, I think it was California, where a new brother had taken Shahada. And he had dreadlocks in his hair. So you go to the imam, and a brother was there who didn't have them. So he goes, and he wants to kind of call the brother out. So he goes to the imam and says, "Are we allowed to have dreadlocks?" Right? And the brother's new. The brother with dreadlocks is new. "Are we allowed to have dreadlocks?" So the imam goes, "When you grow them, come and ask me." Right? Which is very wise, because it's going to start a big battle.
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely. If he says no, the young brother might be offended. It might be part of his culture.
And he has what they call Udhr bin Jahl. He has excuse.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's new. Let him learn, inshallah, and let him come to the... Now, someone's going to post a comment. "Are we allowed to have dreadlocks?" When you grow them, you let me know. I'm not arguing none of y'all. I don't argue on Twitter. I hate it. I'm a vegetarian when it comes to social media. I have no beef. Right? Yeah, no beef. Strict vegan. Social media vegan, y'all. No beef. None. I don't argue none of y'all. At all. Nope. At all.
So Sheikh, we have this situation where, some brothers, they go to one masjid, and that's it. They don't go to any other masjids. So then they're limited in their learning and dealing with people. The Arabs, they have an expression, taharruqu turzaqu, or haraka baraka, with movement comes the blessing. Some people, they just stay away.
Swahili, they say that too.
They only sit in one masjid, and whatever that imam teaches, that's it. There can't possibly be anything else. And, for me, alhamdulillah, I'm always studying different topics, to the best of my ability from the books that I've purchased over the years. Tariq ila tahqiq, the path on how to establish the evidence, the istidlal, how to learn things. And as I'm learning more as a new Muslim, and I'm beginning to, get more empowered by the rules of usul fiqh, I'm now building up, a strong armament, defense system, that when I deal with the Muslims, they come at me with all kinds of cultural convenient types of Islam. Have you had to endure that over the years?
Yeah, you always get that. To a certain... Our parents did it this way. Our forefathers did it this way. Are you saying that our cultures were wrong? Are you saying... And I'm like, are you saying my culture was wrong? Because if we're going to combat cultures, then we can do that all day. But none of our cultures were revealed from above 7 heavens. None of them. The 7 heavens, the only thing that was revealed by Allah Ta'ala like that is the Quran and the authentic Sunnah.
But there is what they call the urf or ada or
there's ada
that the people's culture.
We don't throw everything away.
It's part of the deen as long as there's nothing contrary to that. So for me,
exactly,
for many years, people, they would tell me, "Brother, this is your tashabbuh kufar. You're looking like the kufar." Well, this is the hat that my people, we grew up on wearing hats like this. I'm not a Saudi. I'm not in Saudi. So why should I wear gutra? This is
your hat.
This is the hat of the people that walk around in the street. So alhamdulillah, I got my thobe on. Sometimes I have my kufi. I need a haircut here. But, this is how I get down. When I go to a bank and I wear a hat like this, okay, when I go into the street and I talk to people, they realize, okay, this guy's from here. Now wearing
I
some
got
weird,
I got my T-shirt on.
wearing some weird clothing, people they're gonna look at you like, you know, where's this guy from? You know, so
Yeah. So you
this
don't
has
have to dress like as your aura is covered. You're good.
Mm.
Like the different styles and different stuff. Like your aura is covered. You're straight. Like I went into one masjid, and I had my strictly. I had what did I have one? It was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm in the shy. So I want to look fly when I'm in the shy. So I go in the masjid and I got fedora hat on, a brim hat, which I like those two, and I have my strictly sunnah tracksuit. You know the black and white or the yellow one, yellow and black one. Strictly sunnah tracksuit, which my brother had designed. Jazakallah khair. And I have patent leather shoes.
Mashallah.
Shiny patent leather shoes. Because it's Chicago. It's Al Capone, man. You got to look fly in the shy. That's how you do it.
Gangsters.
Right? You eat Giordano's pizza and beef sandwiches, and you just fly. I love Chicago. I love it. It's my kind of town.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in, and I took my shoes off, of course, and I go in the prayer area, and I'm hearing the brothers talking in Arabic. Aslamu, Aslamu.
Did he accept Islam? Did he accept
Is he
Islam?
Muslim? Is he Muslim? And I'm not even like, I ain't saying nothing to him because that's not my business. So they're saying, Aslamu, Aslamu. So I prayed my 2 rakat. Oh, yeah, Aslamu, Aslamu. Now I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I'm Muslim. So because I prayed my 2 rakat, right? I didn't just walk in the door. So they didn't realize it. And I get up.
That he's the khatib.
Yeah, I'm the khatib. So I
How
get
is
up.
it possible that you Muslims are giving the khutbah to us? We're born Muslims.
So I stand up in my little tracksuit, my strictly sunnah tracksuit and my fedora hat. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mashallah.
And that's it. Because my aura's covered. And I'm rocking the Muslim brand. Strictly Sunnah was here. And here. You got it on your leg and right on your heart. So now I'm rocking the Sean John one. Which, you know, mashallah, it is
It's a shirt.
It
It's a t-shirt.
It's a t-shirt. Covers my aura. But this is it. Like sometimes you got to just don't differ with people.
But you're not Muslim enough. You're new Muslims.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is it, right? You're not Muslim
So
enough.
many times, you know, people have said in other languages, and I've had some friends there that speak that same language. Who does he think he is to come into our establishment and teach us Islam? How is it possible? And, you know, how many Muslims can tell me, Al-Islam huwa al-istislamu lillahi bit-tawheed wa inqiyaduhu bit-ta'ati wa khulusa min ash-shirki wa ahlihi. I'm asking you, I'm not going to translate it. How many of you Muslims, you know that? That's Islam. That's the scholastic, istilahi, shar'i meaning of what Islam is. How many Muslims know that?
But that shouldn't even be different. Like, if someone knows more than you, you should take that. I was telling you earlier, my stepdaughter, I was trying to, like, I had a bunch of apps on my phone, like 6 pages of apps, 6 different screens. So she told me years ago, not now, but years ago, why don't you put those in folders because it's going to make it easy for you. And I didn't really listen to her like that. I'm like, whatever. Because, you know, I'm old.
She's young.
She's young, and I'm old, and I know everything. Ha ha. But then I decided to do that. And the more I did it, the more it cleared up my screen. And my screen became more organized. So whoever has something that's benefiting you, whether it's an iPhone, you know, setting apps in folders, or something that's much more important than that, or much more significant than that, whoever knows it, you should take that from them. If they can verify it with proofs, it shouldn't be an option. Like Abu Hurairah learned Ayatul Kursi from who? Who did he learn it from?
Iblis.
Iblis.
Yeah.
Now, that was confirmed by Muhammad ﷺ that it was true. And that's fine. You ask questions and you learn, which is what Abu Hurairah did. But he still learned it from Iblis. And Muhammad ﷺ said he spoke the truth even though he's a liar. Now, I don't recommend y'all go and ask Iblis things. Because Muhammad ﷺ isn't here to verify it. But the whole point is that you can learn from anyone who knows something better than you. You shouldn't be bad. Like, I tell the brothers all the time, you know, brother, how can I learn the Quran? I said, sit in the class with the kids. Alif, Ba, Ta. I don't care if you're 50 years old. Muhammad ﷺ knew the Quran and started learning it at the age of 40. Who are you?
Sahih.
40.
Sahih.
No, brother, I don't want to sit with the kids and learn. Why? Why not? Who cares? What do you feel bad because your little kid knows more than you? Don't feel bad. Learn from him. So then you can learn like that.
But this is where it comes to the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَيُوَكِّرْ كَبِيرَنَا أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. He is not from us who does not respect the elders or has mercy upon the youngsters. So when you look at it, the elders have a responsibility of being merciful to the young kids who are young kids. They themselves were young kids. Young kids run around and their minds wander. And the youth should have respect for the elders. But what happens sometimes, and sometimes for me, I'm now turning 47 soon. There's youngers there. I try to be an elder to them. But then sometimes I'm young compared to some of the older people. And when I try to correct some of the older people, they get very upset. How dare you? How dare, I've been Muslim forever. Our family's been Muslim for 1,000 years. I'm 60 years old. You're only young. So I'm like, Akhi, you know, it has nothing to do with, you know, what I'm saying. I'm quoting what Allah and His Messenger said. You know, either you accept it or you reject it. And this is the problem, because it comes off of this tongue, they don't want to hear it. But maybe if it came off of that tongue, this brother's tongue, or somebody else's tongue, or a sister's tongue who's marching in the streets, maybe they'll accept it.
I had a brother get so mad at me for doing that. He's older. Allah alhamdulillah, he passed away. He got so mad at me once because I gave him Arabic. I forget why I was talking to him. I forget what it was. So he said, "You're giving me Arabic." I said, "Yeah, because the deen was revealed in Arabic." Said, "My people were Muslims before the Arabs." He got so mad at me. He said that. Stupid. I was like, "Wow, really, bro? Like, are you really telling me that?" So, you know, we get mad sometimes and say really weird things. Like, my people were Muslims before the Arabs. How is that possible? Muhammad was sent first to the Arabs.
That's right.
Whether we like it or not. And this deen was revealed in Arabic, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
You can learn it, but you can't change it.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get into these weird like discussions with people that just if something, okay, verify it. Now, I'm not saying you should just take from us because we revert, sir, because, you know, someone has a cool YouTube video or whatever. Verify it. But go, oh, that's interesting, and then go home and check the facts and verify. It's easy, and then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could come back to me and say, "No, brother, Muhammad said this, and Sahaba said that," and I can be wrong.
That's right.
I used to quote a certain hadith all the time, about loaves of bread. I think you know that story, and I quoted it globally because I was told that it was legit. So a brother come to me and he said, I read, and the whole hadith was supposed to be found in the Tirmidhi. All right, so he comes to me and he goes, "Brother, I read the entire collection of the Tirmidhi and I didn't find that hadith in it." So I'm like, okay, Jazakallah khair. And another brother came to me and said the same thing. So now I could just say, well, I don't care. It's a cool story. It's a nice story and it makes the people's hearts warm, but it's not right.
Oh, no, but hold on. I'm the sheikh. I have the microphone.
Yeah,
who are you to come and tell me? That's what some of the people have done.
I'm Abu Hafsa.
Yeah.
I'm more famous than you.
How dare you? I'm more knowledgeable about the sunnah than you. You're a new Muslim. You don't know nothing.
But then I'm like,
how many times?
But then I'm like, all right, these brothers are obviously right.
Yeah.
And I went and I made a video called Abu Hafsa Refutes Abu Hafsa.
Yeah. Retract.
And I refuted myself. Yeah. And I distanced myself from that hadith. So this is important, to be humble enough to know that you don't know everything.
That's right.
You don't know everything.
That's right.
There's Al-Alim who knows everything.
That's right.
And there's you who doesn't. And you learn, and it's a life learning process. You might know something for 20 years, and then someone might come to you and tell you it's wrong, and they might give you proof. And that's fine, man. If they're right, take that.
But what if you're a doctor in engineering, or you're a dentist, or you have some sort of degree beside your name? Maybe you're an Arab, you speak Arabic, but you never studied any Islamic disciplines. You just read books like most common people. These are actual shuyukh or real scholars, or these are just people, we respect them for the academia and their science. But I mean, so many times I've been to the masjid and they say, Dr. So-and-so today is going to give the khutbah, but his doctorate is in engineering.
Yeah, but
he's not a doctor in the deen. So why didn't you say brother so-and-so is giving the khutbah today? Why does that PhD in another science, why do we got to respect it? Like, if I'm a mechanic or I'm a butcher or I'm a candlestick maker, why don't people say, hey, candlestick maker, butcher, baker, candlestick maker, he's going to give us the khutbah today, the mechanic so-and-so today.
The meat cutter.
The meat cutter is going to give the khutbah today. We would never accept that. So doctor and engineering.
I would. But anyway, that's them. But the whole thing too, man, is like, I don't have a problem with that personally. If someone worked really hard to get something, then that's fine. He's Dr. So-and-so or he's meat cutter so-and-so. Me personally, I'm good. If you could cut the ribeye steaks, man, me and you could be cool.
Yeah.
We can hang out.
But that shouldn't be mentioned, though. He's getting on the member now. Everybody, he has a discipline in this, so we have to respect him. No, this has nothing to do with the deen.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a doctor in Islamic studies. You could be a doctor in management, business management, or a doctor in scientific stuff, and that's great. Mashallah, Allah barak. We need that.
But Allah says, though, brother, فَلَا تَزَكُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَهُوَ أَعْلَمُ بِمَنْ اتَّقَى.
Did you have to say it like that?
Yeah, man. I'm ripping now, but we came here to rip today.
This guy's like cutting the promo like a pro wrestler, right?
and do not sanctify yourself.
Brother, riff, like the other video.
And do not sanctify yourself. Allah is the one who knows, who has the taqwa. So all these names, Prophet ﷺ was given 2 names. One we can never get. One, he was a Nabi. None of us can be a Nabi. If you're claiming to be Nabi, you've lost your mind. Yeah. You left Islam. Yeah. And the second one is Abdullah.
That we can all be that. But even if you look at these, and you mentioned these sciences of the dunya as you want, like doctors, and if you are a professor of some sort, there's always upgrade courses, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Right? So you go and they make you pay some money. I think, sometimes you have to go and pay money to upgrade. Like, let's say, for example, you're a heart surgeon. All right? MashaAllah. And you've been a heart surgeon for 20 years and 25 years. And there's a bunch of new skill set that's come out since you've been a heart surgeon 20 years ago. And you walk in and a guy younger than you comes and gives the class. Are you going to get mad and go, how dare you? You've only been a heart surgeon for 10 years. I've been a heart surgeon for 30. But in that 10 years, he might have learned something that you didn't know in the 30 years that you've been there. That's fine. Learn from people. Anyone who come and teach you something that is beneficial, that's authentic. Because anyone nowadays can say any nonsense that they want. If someone comes to teach you something and it's authentic, man, take that. Take that, because it could be your key to Jannah. You could learn how to get to Jannah from a 6-year-old.
That's absolutely.
If he knows something I don't know, I'm very happy to listen to him, even if they're 6-year-old or 60 years old. And that's fine, because I learned Islam. The one who took my shahada was a sister. Now I could have said, how can I learn from her? She's a woman. And I could have been an idiot like that, and now I don't become Muslim no more. How can I learn from her? She's a different color than me. She's brown and I'm white. Stupidness. You don't learn that, and now you don't enter Islam, and you leave. And you go do your thing and end up meeting Allah without that. So alhamdulillah, I learned from someone, and I ended up taking my shahada from them. They couldn't teach me much more than that, but that's all I needed at the time.
That's it.
Right? So that's
So this has all been in light of وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ
We went all the...
And do not dispute with one another, lest you lose your courage, and your strength departs. Which is happening to the ummah. Allah Ta'ala says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا.
Hold fast to the rope of Allah and not divide.
No.
And we're going to close the video here. جزاكم الله خيرا, bro. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.